So this is going to be very awkward for me, and I'm about to tell you why in a second. So there's a child book that I never heard about until I was in my 20s. And I was sitting in TJ Maxx, but guys won't know what department store it is, what my husband's cousin. She said, oh, this was my favorite book when I was a child. And I said, I never heard of that book. So we're sitting by the checkout, getting ready to go cash out when there was a display case showing the books. And this was a book, The Giving Tree. I never heard that book before. So she decided to read it to me while we were standing there. And it's such a beautiful book with a beautiful message that I instantly started crying right there. Quite embarrassing, but I wanted to share why this book is so important. So, of course, at some point, I ended up, my kids were really, really little. Actually, I didn't have all my kids then at that point. But my kids were really, really little. I ordered the book, and I read it to them when they were younger. And every time I read this book, I cry. So I'm going to try not to cry while I read this book. And I'll be completely embarrassed if I do, because I don't want to retape it again. All right, so this is called The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And I really hope that even though I'm reading it to you guys as adults, and I'm sure many of you guys remember this book because it was written in 1964, have you read it since you became an adult? Have you heard the message since you became an adult? Honestly, listen to the message. The Giving Tree. Once there was a tree. And she loved this little boy. And every day, the boy would come and he would gather her leaves. And make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb her trunk and swing from the branches and eat her apples. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree. Very much. And the tree was happy. And the tree was happy. But time went by. And the boy grew older. And tree was often alone. Then one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb my trunk and swing from the branches and eat the apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree. "I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you'll have money, and then you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and climbed and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day, the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy. And she said, "Come, boy, Come climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy. I am too busy to climb trees, said the boy. I want a house to keep me warm, he said. I want a wife and I want children, and so I need a home. Can you give me a house? I have no house, said the tree. The forest is my house. But you can cut off my branches and build a house, and then you will be happy. And so the boy cut off the branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for far too long. And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. Come, boy, she whispered. Come and play. I'm too old and sad to play, said the boy. I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat? Cut down my trunk and take my boat, said the tree, and then you can sail away and be happy. And so the boy cut down the trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after, and after a long time, the boy came back again. I'm sorry, boy, said the tree, but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are all gone. My teeth are too weak for apples, said the boy. My branches are gone, said the tree. You cannot swing on them. I'm too old to swing on branches, said the boy. My trunk is gone, said the tree. You cannot climb. I'm too tired to climb, said the boy. I'm sorry, sighed the tree. I wish that I can give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump, and I am sorry. I don't need very much now, said the boy. Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired. Well, said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy. Come sit down. Sit down and rest. And so the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. This book is about unconditional love. Whether us as the caregivers give unconditional love, or our parents or the caregivers that we had growing up gave us unconditional love. To me, this story is very important and has a very important meaning. It is touching and is beautiful. As some of you guys can see, I couldn't get through the book without crying, right? I think some of the old stories that we forget about through being our children and grandchildren should be brought back. Because to me, this is a very beautiful and an important message. Have a beautiful day, everybody, and blessed be.